What is up, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Merman here today, bringing you guys a Monday upload. For the ones that don't know, I will be uploading Monday and Friday, which is my uploading schedule. For today's video, I am bringing you a Swagger Mudsdale team that is in the works. It's not perfected yet, by no means. Now, earlier on in my channel, you did see, if you watched some of my first videos, I think I have like 2 free videos showcasing Swagger Mudsdale. Well, I want to try and take that same team idea and make it better. So in this first battle, my opponent has somewhat of a Sun team. So I was like, okay, I have Venusaur. Let's go ahead and lead Venusaur and see what happens. And I had the Togekiss. So I was like, okay, great. So let's go ahead and get this battle number 1 started. As I say, as my opponent does show me that they are willing to bring the Sun mode, Torkoal and Venusaur. So my Venusaur is actually able to take advantage of the Sun, as mine is also Chlorophyll. Right here, I went ahead and Dynamaxed my Togekiss. And I went for Sleep Powder with my Venusaur. Let's see, I go for Max Airstream with the Togekiss. And I end up taking his Venusaur down to his Focus Sash. He does go for Sleep Powder. And the reason I'm not too worried about this is because of my Lumberry. For the ones that don't know, Lumberry is there. Obviously, I missed, by the way. But Lumberry is there in case if Togekiss gets statused or anything. He's able to eat the berry, and it cures him of the status, you know. So sleep is considered a status. Well, we run the Lumberry because of sleep. And I mean, yeah, I probably could run Chesto Berry if I'm really wanting to counter sleep, but right now Lumberry's alright. It works for right now. As you've seen right here, Venusaur was able to KO his Venusaur with a Sludge Bomb, and that's my Max Airstream doing almost a KO onto the Torkoal. Torkoal is able to eat a berry though. Probably a citrus berry it is, and he's able to fire off an eruption to pick up the KO onto my Venusaur. So right here, I had to go into my Grimmsnarl, and pretty much the big plan here is to go ahead and set up a light screen as he sends out his Lapras. Now Lapras goes ahead and Gigantamaxes. And looking at this team, when I first built this team a long time ago, Lapras was a big problem to this team, and to me it still feels like it's a big problem. It's just that Lapras is not around as much as it used to be. It used to be around a lot, but here in recent times, I guess about a month of Lapras running around now, it's kind of dwindled back down. People have found ways to beat it, so there's not too many Laprases now on the ladder. So that for this team, or for this type of team, that's kind of really nice. Right here, Lapras goes for the G-Max Residence. That does no damage because of my light screen. But they are able to get the Aurora Veil off. Right here, they go into a Primarina, and man, I watch this. This is crazy. All right, so I go for the Swagger, and Lapras. I believe actually I go for Yawn onto the Lapras as well. Yes. Now right here, I was thinking definitely I'm going to faint to this, right? There's no way Togekiss is going to live, and Togekiss lives. I'm like, what? This is not a bulky Togekiss at all. In fact, this is a 252 special attack, 252 in speed Togekiss. So it was pretty crazy that I lived that. But hey, I was able to pull off this combo a second time, getting a Swagger and a Yawn off, which, as you've seen, the Lappers ended up hitting themselves. So this is actually, I really like this kind of combo, and I kind of want to try and keep this combo onto the team. But right here, Primarina actually does not... no, Primarina did hit itself in confusion. Right here's the Max Geyser. Lapras is doing no damage to my Grimmsnarl. And pretty much Lapras goes asleep. And the Primarina goes for a Hyper Voice, which is able to pick up a double KO after my Air Slash, after we do some damage, right? Foul play, and then here is the Hyper Voice. It's able to get this Hyper Voice off, and I was not expecting it to KO Grimmsnarl. I really was not. I was like, what? What? How did it KO my Grimmsnarl? I have no idea. Other than it has to be because of the rain boost. But anyway, Lapras apparently has the hydration ability, which makes it to where I thought it only worked on your partner Pokemon. You're able to, but I guess it works on yourself as well. Where if your partner Pokemon or yourself is statused, you're able to have hydration go off. I think it's like a 30-40% chance of activating, and you heal yourself from that status. So that's pretty cool. But as you can tell, it did not heal him from confusion. Now, right here, Primarina is fast asleep, and Lapras ends up hitting itself in confusion, which is great because I'm able to go for a close combat to KO the Lapras. And now Primarina, it's pretty much a 1 versus 1. My Mudsdale is an Assault Vest, but I am a -1 Mudsdale, so if I take a Hyper Voice in the rain, I'll KO. But Primarina stays asleep, and I'm able to get my high horsepower off for the W. Alright. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Glad it played out the way it did. Let's get into game number 2. Alright, let's get into game number 2. As you can see, my opponent has a team of Dragapult, Arcanine, Corviknight, Bisharp, Oranguru, and Rhyperior. Alright, so I decided to lead Mudsdale and Grimmsnarl and bring Gastrodon and Venusaur in the back. The reason I wanted to lead Mudsdale, Grimmsnarl, I figure that they don't have much in the way of stopping this. I mean, they have the Arcanine, and that was the only lead I was afraid of, because Arcanine has the potential to burn me. But other than that, I'm not too afraid of their leads, any of their leads. So let's get this battle started. Alright, so yeah, I don't know their names. Don't ask me. Japanese, whatever. But anyway, he leads Arcanine, and I was like, oh no. Not Arcanine. So right here, I immediately switch my Mudsdale out because I do not want Mudsdale to take a Will-O-Wisp. But he actually switches his Arcanine out too. So I'm assuming it probably meant that he did not have a Will-O-Wisp, or he didn't want to take a Max Quake, so he went to Corviknight. It's actually a very smart play. I didn't even think about that until just now. But anyway, the opponent went ahead and Dynamaxed his Dragapult as I brought up my Venusaur. Alright, so what Dragapult actually does is goes for a Max Wormwind into my Venusaur. And pretty much at this point, I was thinking, okay, well, Venusaur, if you can get a Sleep Powder off, great, but I'm not going to try and force that. Right now, I have to just burn some turns off this Dragapult. Grimmsnarl is able to go for a foul play. Turn number 2, I went ahead and went for a Swagger into that Dragapult. And really just kind of hoping for it to hit itself in confusion and maybe waste a turn of Dynamax or something. But he's able to get a Max Wormwind off, and that's able to KO my Venusaur. Corviknight actually goes for a Iron Head, and it looks like it's about a free hit KO. Judging from this range, barring any crits, it's definitely a free hit KO. So I'm not too worried about the Corviknight. I go into my Mudsdale, and right here is where the team shines the most. Dragapult actually switches out, which was shocking to me, in favor for the Arcanine. And this looks like a massive prediction. It's not. I was going to go for Max Quake into the Dragapult, trying to get as much damage as possible onto it. But right here, I Dynamax my Mudsdale, and I go for Swagger onto the Mudsdale, which is basically what this whole team's meant to do, is to Swagger the Mudsdale and let them go from there. The biggest weakness I feel like for this team is a lack of speed control. But if we can take advantage of the board, this team is so hard to beat, as this guy learned today. He goes for another Iron Head onto my Grimmsnarl. Like I said, it's about a free hit KO. I go for Max Quake. I'm a +2 right now. For the ones that don't know, what Swagger does is gives you a +2 in the stat. And knowing and having a Mudsdale's ability, he will not get confused because of it. So it's just a free +2 every time. That's why you want to keep on swaggering Mudsdale, because now I'm a +4, and I go for a Max Rockfall, and just look how much this actually does to this Corviknight. First off, being a Salt Vest, I'm able to take this Draco Meteor pretty easily. Here comes the other Iron Head, KOing my Grimmsnarl. Not much I could do there. Grimmsnarl did his part by getting 2 Swaggers off. Most of the time, you play for 1 Swagger, but we got 2 off in this game. Max Rockfall just one-shots the Corviknight. And now we're sitting here. He actually has Bisharp in the back, and I have a Gastrodon in my back. So I'm actually looking very, very good. I know you guys don't know that he had Bisharp. I already know he has Bisharp. Boom. Magic. I knew. Here comes my Gastrodon, and pretty much at this point, my opponent pretty much does not have a win condition. I mean, I'll take his hits from the Dragapult. Dragapult is definitely no threat. Right here I was showing you that Mudsdale was +4. But right here, I'll go ahead and go for Max Quake. And I believe I was thinking, okay, in case if it is Focus Sash, we'll double into it, but we'll never know. He ends up canceling the battle. Anyway, this is the Mudsdale team. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below on how I may be able to improve it. And if I like your idea, I may give you a shout out in the next video. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, this is Wi-Fi Merriman, and peace out.